Welcome. We have, back by huge popular demand, Q, also known as Henry Oliveras.
Very
right?
nice, very nice, yeah.
Oh, and we're going to be learning
Therapeutic movement and positional release.
And we need each one of those. One of them would be enough, but you're getting two for the price of one. Yes. Therapeutic movement and positional release for what?
For all your aches and pains, to improve flexibility, to release anything that may be stuck or congested, including the vertebrae.
Oh, you must be such a free-flowing human being.
For the most part, I think. Yeah, I think for my years, I'm okay.
Wow. Can't wait. So all of us, therapeutic movement and positional release. What needs to be released in us?
Oh, jeez. Well,
I've got a minor concussion for about 2 years.
Well, we may be able to do something about bringing that energy down.
Yeah.
I do a class over at the Watertown Senior Center, and I use a lot of these techniques in that. And what I find, what we're going to do is kind of focus on people that don't really move that much in their daily life, people that work in the office and are sitting all day, or seniors with limited range of motion. So we're going to start to we're going to target some of that, and let's begin with really targeting that lower back and the sacrum, and the sacrum and the lower back. So there are two ways to begin this motion. We can, I don't know how good your balance is, so we can use a chair to hold ourselves up.
I'm going to try it without.
We're going to try it without. All right,
yes.
That's what I like about Michael. He's adventurous. Okay, so what we're going to do is something very, very simple. We're going to cross our legs over. So we're going to take our right leg and we're going to cross it over onto the left side. Okay? And we're going to put all our weight on our left leg. So all of our weight on our left leg.
I love this already.
Yeah,
I'm loving this.
So that right hip is going to start to pull out on its own, just to keep your balance.
Mm-hmm.
All right?
Our right hip is pulling.
It's going to be pulling out that way because you're trying to keep your balance.
Okay.
Right?
Yes.
In order to center yourself.
Yes.
So we're going to take our hands and create a ball, and then let's switch that. Let's switch where the hands are, and we're going to tilt and press our hand over to the left. So tilt your body to the left. More.
My weight's going on to
You're still going to stay on your left foot.
Oh, woo.
Right, but you're going to tilt your body to the
I
left.
see. This is a stretch exercise, like a stretch exercise.
Right, and now, so you're going to be a little bit forward.
Yeah.
And now we're going to push our body back.
Whoa! He's doing so well.
I told you it was difficult.
Okay.
We're gonna once we cross and we're bent a little bit forward, and then we're going to push our hips forward, so our bodies go back.
Push our
hips forward.
Yes.
So your body goes back.
Yes.
Okay. So now you've got a backward sort of movement.
Yes.
And then we're going to straighten up. Let's try that again. We're on our left leg. Tilt to the left. Push back. Move your body back. Good. And then straight up.
Straighten up my body?
And then straighten up your body.
Okay, I love it.
Now tilt to the right.
Tilt to the right. Still weight on my left foot?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And now lean back with your body.
Lean back with your body.
Mm-hmm. And then straighten up.
And then straighten up.
Lean forward slightly and bend.
Lean forward slightly and bend.
Lean back.
Lean back.
And bend. Still bend to the right.
Still bend to the right.
And straighten up.
Straighten up. Whoa.
Okay.
So what do we now? Why is I'll keep going.
We're just loosening up that lower back.
We are.
And now shift the weight to the right leg.
Thank goodness.
Okay.
Okay.
That alone is an exercise of balance, right?
Yes.
Okay, so we're on the right leg.
Yeah.
We're going to tilt again to the left.
Yeah. It's easier now.
Lean back. And then straighten up.
And by straighten up, when I lean back, I'm pretty straight. But straighten up.
You want to fully straighten up.
But just be perpendicular.
Yes, that's what I mean. Thank you.
Yeah.
All right, bend to the left again. Lean back. And then straighten up.
And this is helping my lower back.
It is. Now let's go to the right. And we got to do both sides for you to really feel the benefits. Lean back. And then come up.
I just like it. It feels like a dance.
Lean to the right.
Lean to the right.
Bend back.
Oh, but my weight should be on my right foot now?
Uh-huh.
Woo, hold it. Cheating.
I know, now you're accustomed to that front.
Cheating. Okay, so my weight is on my right foot and I'm leaning to the right.
Leaning to the right.
That's very, very
Lean back.
Counter me. Yes.
And then straighten up.
And then straight. Okay.
And let's unfold.
Whew, I like that unfolding. Woo. Unfold. Okay.
How's that? How's your body feel?
I love doing it. Yeah, I feel more at peace.
Okay. Let's do the other side. Take our left leg.
Whoops. Yes.
Cross it behind.
This is okay.
Okay. And let's exchange where the hands were. So your left hand is on top now. Weight's on the right leg.
Yep. It's on the right leg. Yep.
Uh-huh. Tilt to the right.
Tilt to the right.
Lean back. Or bend back. And then bring that hip over to straighten up or be perpendicular.
Yeah.
Again,
Woo.
lean, slightly forward and to the side. While in that side position, swing yourself back.
And weight is on the right foot again,
Still
right?
on the right foot.
Yes, I cheat. Not
So
make it
let's-
easier. Yes.
Yeah, so really bend.
Whoa, whoa,
there you go.
Whoa.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
And now perpendicular. And one more time, lean.
Lean to the right
Bend back,
and back
and then straighten.
and then straighten up.
Okay, to the left. Bend. Bend back. And perpendicular.
Yeah.
Bend. Bend
And
back.
back.
And then perpendicular.
Yes.
And one more time.
Bend.
Bend. Bend
Bend
back. Perpendicular.
Perpendicular. Oh, I'm getting it. Yes.
All right, now to the right. Bend.
Bend.
Bend back.
Bend back.
Perpendicular.
Perpendicular.
Bend.
Bend.
Bend back. And then perpendicular.
Perpendicular.
And one more time. Bend.
Bend.
Bend back. And then perpendicular. Now shift to the left.
Sure, hold it. Okay. Yep.
Bend to the left.
Oh, that's very hard. Could you be in front of me?
Sure. Do you want to step back a
Well,
bit
step behind you, yes.
so the audience can
Yes.
still see my feet?
Yes.
Okay,
and
so-
mine too. Yes. Now I have a pro in front of me. Okay.
So bend,
Bend.
back,
And oh, it's so much easier when someone's showing me what to do.
and perpendicular.
Yes. And so my weight is on my
Right leg,
right leg. Okay.
bend,
And so I can cheat.
bend back,
You make it
and
possible
perpendicular.
to cheat, then it's.
Now let's go to the
I'll
other
do it.
side.
And then my weight is still on my right foot.
Yes.
Whoa!
Back.
That's not so easy.
I told you, that's why I asked people to use a chair
Oh,
at
I
first.
see. Okay.
And up.
And up.
But you're doing great.
Oh, I get it now.
And back,
Back. Up.
and then up. And then bend,
And
bend back, and
And
perpendicular.
where the body just likes to move
And uncross.
and uncross.
So that really should have done quite a bit. How do you feel?
I feel peaceful. I mean, I don't feel like I've fully explored the possibilities of that
Well, of
movement.
course,
Yeah.
it's only the first time.
Yes. Well, it feels
but
nice.
what do you feel is I guess more
I
important for
feel
me?
more whole. Like I've got my body has been warmed up actually.
Ah, well there you go. That's one of the things that this will do is kind of kick in what in Chinese medicine they call the triple burner, or the warmth from the top torso, mid torso, and lower torso.
Well, it's
So you
amazing
get your three burners.
how good that feels.
Yeah,
I was
and
tired.
try your hips. How do you feel?
I feel.
And take a walk. See how walking even feels.
Everything feels
More
right.
fluid.
Yes.
More fluid.
I am a graceful person now.
Yeah, and many times a person has a difficult time with dance because most of our lives we move straight. We very rarely move back or to the left or to the right. And this particular exercise really opens you up
we
left
could have
and
been
right.
dancing.
We could have been, and we were
Dance.
to some extent.
Dance, and it's counterintuitive because if you move to the right, you think your weight would go to the right, but it doesn't need to.
It doesn't need
It's a
to.
nice dance.
And what we're doing is we're trying to stretch and open up the lumbar region, and open up and stretch the IT band, which is a big problem for people who have to sit all day. And
So you can exercise. You can on dance floor. You really could be exercising.
yeah, and you are,
Well, tell me about
and
it.
in many ways you are. All right, so that's one of the first exercises we
It's
do.
always, of course, always nice to have cue dancing in front of you when you're doing.
And mind you, this still goes with the theme of our last show,
Yes.
which was moving from the center, which is what you're doing,
Yes.
right? You're moving from the center. You're cross-legged,
Oh yes.
and
And
all
when-
you can
when-
move is your center.
Remind us about our center. What did we say?
Our center. Typically, what most people say, whether it's in dance or metaphysics, is that our center is in between the bowl, or an inch and a quarter below the belly button, and in the same place in the back. That's your center. That's where all of your movement comes from. However, you can take this center and make it circle. Right? You've got our circle. You can do 2 circles.
I thought we said the whole pelvic area.
The whole
Is that
pelvic
just
area.
Yes.
But if you isolate it,
Yes.
they're really talking about that one.
I have a hard question you can ignore.
Okay.
I used to have long discussions with my friend Patrick about the relationship between sex and dancing.
Oh, there's an enormous relationship between the two.
But he wanted them to also be different. We're not just being sexual, we're being something
Sensual.
more than that. Yes.
Yeah, it's a.
And spiritual too.
Of course.
So explain to us what the difference. So if we were dancing just sexually, we would be doing what?
Just sexually, it's more of a kind of a fawning over each other and this kind of heated. Yeah, there's this whole thing. So that would be a sexual dance where really
You want to
with a partner or by myself.
either one.
We could get one of the ladies in from the booth if they want to come in and try. But
So by
but
yourself,
a-
that would be a
a
sexual.
sexual movement would be like
Oh, I see. Yes. Okay, and a sensual movement.
a sensual movement would be a little bit smaller and more of the body.
Oh, so we're
So
playing
you're
much more.
you're incorporating more
Much
of
more
your
stuff.
body.
Oh, it feels more better.
Yeah, it does.
And what? And is there a
when-
sensual spirit, a sexual, sensual, spiritual movement?
The sensual would become the sexual a sexual experience as well.
Yes.
Very much
And what about?
it's very much tantric.
Yes, and,
It's very
and,
tantric.
and would there be a spiritual movement in dancing?
Yes, the same movement can be done. The intention really is the big focus here. What you're sending out. So a sexual dance or movement would be something you send out to somebody.
Yes.
It's a signal you're sending out. This is what I want to do.
Yeah.
A sensual movement is really about feeling your body and
And
articulating
theirs,
it.
you feel it from afar. You feel theirs too. Do you do that?
You can. I mean, clearly you can experience somebody becoming sensual in their own space.
And they send that sensual energy to you.
You can do that. Yes,
And what about
absolutely.
spirit? And does the word spiritual make sense? Any sense
It's
here?
absolutely.
How would we dance spiritually?
the
Which you can
the-
include
the-
all the others, right?
The sensuality and the spirituality kind of go together.
So when does sensual become spiritual? Or are they the same?
They're
They're not the
pretty-
same.
they become spiritual when you take away the intention, the sexual intention behind it.
Do you take it away, or just it fuses into something larger?
You remove yourself from it,
Which means?
which means that you're not looking at the movement to express sexuality. You're expressing a sensuality, an articulation, an understanding of the entire body, a feeling of sensing.
Yeah, but what
That's
about
the entire
what
body.
about their spirit and their mind and their emotions.
All that comes into play in the sensual movement.
Yes.
All of it comes into play.
I have a feeling there's another level, but we're not getting there. But at spiritual levels too, I think I can feel it.
The purest spiritual level would probably be an improv dance.
Mm-hmm.
You know, where the spirit is just taken over,
So
and you're moving.
Can you show us the difference?
An improv dance, it's difficult for me because I've been trained in so many different things, but an improv dancer themselves also have a set of moves that they've practiced that they'll go through.
Yes.
But a spiritual dance for me would be like Sufi dancing, would be a spiritual dance. An improv spiritual dance would be anything, I guess one of the nicest improv dances would be an expression like my heart.
Yeah, we do that in Sufi dancing.
Yeah, and you see...
or sacred circle
right,
dancing. Thursday evening, it's free at the Unitarian Church. Mm-hmm. 3 Church Street, 2nd floor in the 3rd and 4th grade classrooms. Mm-hmm. Sacred circle dancing. Mm-hmm. And so...
And what do you do in sacred circle dancing?
We do very simple steps. We might even do just a grapevine. But we might also bring in... The Sufis do it differently. We might, let's say, get in touch with the roots of, we might imagine a tree, tapping the roots.
But you see what I'm...
And getting in touch with that root energy.
And it's sensual and spiritual because
yes. Our intention is,
yes. And the intention is greater.
So if we met on a dance floor, mm-hmm. let's say Wednesday night Dance Freedom mm-hmm. is 11 Garden Street mm-hmm. from 7:30 to 10:30. And now we know the sexual and sensual. If we wanted to have a spiritual dance while doing barefoot boogie, mm-hmm. how would we do that? It's easy with Sufi dancing, because Sufi dancing, I feel like I'm dancing with God. Mm. They do that. They do all the. We pray to the different gods, Allah, or Jesus, or Adonai.
When and I can only speak for myself. When I think about a spiritual dance in a setting like that, I think of joining with the person's intention, whether that is mimicking what they do exactly, mirror image, or changing it so we're not mirror image, but I'm doing.
But we're really connecting.
But we're connecting, right?
Yes.
We're trying to make the movement between us and to the audience or anybody watching appear as if we're one creature.
Yeah, so sometimes we can become the dance moves us,
exactly.
Which is a different. That also is like
that's another level. That's really when you're just playing with the universe or playing with God or whatever it is.
Or the dance itself. The dance could somehow take over, and I just surrender to it.
That's right.
And then come back to me, and then. So those could be. Oh, I understand. So
absolutely.
Different ways.
I mean, there are different ways of expressing.
And you can put the sensual into that, but absolutely. You can't forget your body. I do that.
Exactly.
You don't want to bliss out.
No, you don't want to bliss out.
Because then you lost.
Yeah, whenever you talk about spirituality, you're really discussing a focused intention with the objective to be as perfect as you possibly can in that moment.
In that the focus and the perfect might just be to feel
the movement
and healing too. Yes,
absolutely.
Could we heal each other in dancing?
Absolutely, as we were discussing before when we were talking about what kind of
because this is healing. We've done the positional part, and we only have 7 more minutes for the healing.
Wow. Okay. So, shall we go on with another movement?
What was this called? This was called positional?
Therapeutic movement and positional.
Oh, so we haven't got the therapy part yet. We've had the positional.
Well, we did the movement. That was movement and positional release.
It did help me feel wonderful, yes.
But we can do another one before we leave?
Let's say therapy. Let's say if you have a trauma.
Okay.
That you're getting over.
Okay, a trauma, something with the heart. Okay, let's say that you're heartbroken.
Yes.
Or you come from a history of abuse.
Yes.
Or what have you.
Yeah, everybody's got their hobbies.
Yes, and a lovely thing for this is simply to stand like so. Extend your arms as high up as you can.
Yep.
And really open up the joints. Turn the palms so they're facing, and then point the fingers a bit so you got a point. Move the shoulders back. And then you can sway gently from left to right with your hips. Just a little sway.
Feels wonderful.
Yeah.
Right.
It affects the heart and the small intestine meridian.
Oh.
It helps clear
'Cause
it.
he's a masseuse, among other things. So he
Yes, I
knows
do
these
Eastern
things.
and Western massage.
Yes.
Uh,
Henry Oliveras. Q. You have a website people could look.
I do. It's very, very long. It's www.bioenergymassage.com.
That's easy.
Yeah.
Bioenergymassage.com.
But if you just punch in Henry Oliveras, especially on Yahoo, you'll get a bunch of stuff.
And we can learn more about this.
Right. So put your fingers so they're pointing at each other.
Yes.
And we're moving softly from left to right, and you can feel the heart starting to kind of lose some of its
Oh, that's
heat,
amazing.
and the mind begins to calm.
I'm a more loving human being.
And you're a more loving.
I am, at least for this moment, until I take that, like Moses.
All right.
Remember, he took in the Bible. If he took down his, did you know that?
No, I didn't know.
If as long as his hands were up, the Israelites were winning.
No, I didn't know.
And when they got tired,
No, I didn't know
oh,
right.
so it was the heart question. It was the heart.
So let's bring our energy down. We're going to face our palms towards us, and just lower our arms slowly, trying to sense those hands and arms against our body, paying attention to the area around us and how that has affected our sensation. I mean, you can feel that, can't you?
Amazing.
Yeah,
and this is different than the Sufi dancing. The Sufi dancing, I'm intentionally opening my heart.
Right.
Like we do moves like open your heart.
But that movement is a heart movement.
Yeah, but I tend to let the intention, which is a good intention, and not first let the heart contribute to that. Because intention can hide what's going on physically.
Of course.
Oh, but this is just...
You allow everything to eliminate on its own through the position.
Yes, the position with you didn't even tell me what we were doing.
No,
I think that was very tricky. Yes.
Well, if I told you, I taint everything. And
Yes,
I would get a good response.
Yes.
When you told me what you were
Wow.
trying to do.
Having trouble opening your heart? Yes, we have 3.5 more minutes to whatever.
3.5 more minutes. So I did want to give this one more exercise. It really targets the lower back and the I always forget the name of this thing.
Armpits.
Not the armpits, that big muscle that goes, gee, I can't remember the muscle. All right, so what we're going to do is we're going to step across or step a bit wide.
Okay.
We're going to create that ball again.
Yep. That was hard. Yes.
Yeah, and now we're going to,
got much bigger,
we're going to turn our palms out, and then we're going to lean towards the right. Turn your waist, your belly button should be pointing at your toe.
Yep. Good.
And look up at your hand.
Yes. It just made yoga so much more fun.
Come up. Exchange the hands. And I've got to step over, sorry.
Thank you.
And relax. You want to relax your body onto your thigh. So really keep this up. And try to lean to relax your body on your thigh.
Yes.
Right? And come up. And how did that feel?
Wonderful.
It's amazing. That's a nice little stretch.
What did we do?
It was again a small intestine and heart stretch.
Yes. So these stretches, just like you do your own acupuncture.
Yeah, it's
acumassage.
Acumassage.
Your own acumassage.
Your own acumassage, pretty much.
This is a very lonely nation. This might go big.
Well, I hope so. I hope this goes viral. And, we'll travel the country. You and I.
What do we call this? We still have 2 more minutes, folks.
It's still,
don't go away.
It's still therapeutic movement and positional release.
Yes.
And yes, when we do this, that's a positional release.
But we had to put out the weight on the. It matters what you do with your weight.
Oh, absolutely. Where your hips are.
Let's do the first one again because I didn't quite get it. Yes.
Okay. Do you want a chair for this?
No, that wasn't. But I didn't get.
Okay, so we're going to
me. But I needed you in front of me.
So the right hand is on top.
Would you mind being in front of me for like 24/7? What would that cost? For like.
It could get expensive, but I'll give you a discount. Okay, so our right hand is on top. The left hand is on the bottom.
Yep.
We're going to cross our left leg over.
Yes.
Our weight's going to be on the right side, and you should already feel a pull in the hip. In one of them.
I don't.
Okay, and so...
now I do.
So
if I put that left foot forward.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
So we're going to bend to the right.
Bend to the right with the weight on the
on the right leg.
Wait on the right leg.
And then we're gonna.
I have to do that very slowly to get, because now I'm getting it. Something happens if I don't cheat for some reason.
And bend back, still tilted.
Back.
And then perpendicular.
And what was that? And now I felt like I did that. I feel very whole when I do that. I don't know why. Like my whole body feels.
Well, you've done it one time before. That
helps,
that way
right? Too, yes.
Yeah, but that second thing that we did, this, and this.
Yes.
Those probably
all
open.
Of them. Oh,
yeah, they're all targeting to open this
this
up.
opens this area up, which I'm not so comfortable opening.
Right.
From traumas in my youth and old age, both.
Okay. So
we've just opened up my traumas?
Yeah, we're pretty much opening up what we call the gallbladder meridian that runs down the leg, into the torso, comes around and goes...
Oh, a friend of mine has gallbladder and liver problems. This would be great for him.
It would be great for him. And in addition to that, any movements that go left and right.
I'm not allowed to advertise, but what would it cost if I sent him to you as my friend?
Ooh, you'll send them to me.
Okay.
I won't say that on the air.
I'm going to send them to you.
Okay, that'd be great.
He's a wonderful man.
And I'd be happy to try that.
Okay, good. Okay, wow.
So how are we?
We are now out of time. We're over.
Thanks for showing.
Whoa!
Thanks for watching.